Hey, it's Harker from Paper. There's so many little tips and tricks baked into Paper that can make your life so much easier. So I've rounded up 8 of my favorites that I use every day, and I'm going to show them to you right now. So let's get into it. First tip is hiding and showing the UI. We're going to do that with the keyboard shortcut Command period, just to hide and show, just toggling back and forth. Now this is a fun one I also just saw. If you do Shift period, it's going to minimize that UI. And again, just doing that will toggle back and forth. Tip number 2 is double clicking on a layer in the layers list to zoom and center that layer in the canvas. So let's say I want the secondary button. I'm going to double click on this icon, and now there it is, zoomed in the center, ready for me to start working on. Tip number 3, add layers to a freeform frame using the keyboard shortcut Shift+F. So I'm just going to select those layers in my canvas and Shift+F to add them to this frame. Now, because this is freeform, I can just drag these around inside this frame wherever I'd want them to go. That leads me to tip number 4, which is adding layers to a frame that does have flex layout applied to it using Shift+A. There's actually 2 ways that this one works. I can either take an existing frame, do Shift+A, and it's going to add flex layout. So we went from a freeform frame to a frame that has flex layout, and so now we can adjust the spacing in between the gap spacing. We can add in some padding on the sides, on the top, on the bottom. We can use all of these properties that are flex layout properties that did not apply to just a normal freeform frame. The other way this works is to take objects that are not already grouped together in a frame and Shift+A, put them together in a frame that automatically has flex layout applied. And again, you can use all of those flex layout properties. For the next couple tips, we're going to talk about images. So tip number 5 is holding down Command to crop an image. So with this image, if I was to resize it normally, I can make it the dimensions I want, but I can't actually make it focus on a particular area inside the image unless I'm cropping. So let's just Command Z there, and now hold down Command. And if I just want this flower in here, I'm just holding down Command for each of these sizes. Now it's the perfect dimensions, showing the perfect part of the image that I want to. But what if you wanted to go back to the original size and dimensions of that image? Well, that is tip number 6, and there's 2 ways to do it. First, you can double click on an edge or a corner to resize the image back to its original dimensions. Other way to do this is to go into the fill panel here and click on those original dimensions, which will just do the same thing. Tip number 7 is super cool. So we have this beautiful image with beautiful colors that I want to pull out and then use in my UI. Super easy to do. We're just going to right click on it, and we're looking for this extract colors option at the bottom. Now it's going to pull out these magic swatches pulled directly from that image. And now we can just use the eyedropper tool to use these colors in our designs. That brings me to tip number 8, which is our final tip for this video, though I will make more videos with more tips. So let me know if there's anything you're curious about or something you found out inside Paper you think other people might want to see. But anyways, without further ado, tip number 8 is the eyedropper tool. So with any object selected, I think most people know that you can click on the color picker, click on the eyedropper tool, and then grab any color from any photo, any UI, anything at all. But did you know that you can use the keyboard shortcut I to open that eyedropper tool with just 1 click? So now let's grab this nice green color. Now that's part of our magic swatches palette using that I keyboard shortcut. So there you have it. There's 8 of my favorite tips and tricks inside Paper to make your life easier when you're using the tool. So try them out. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's other ones that you think we should add more. And you can always do that by leaving a comment for this video or by joining our community channels on Slack and Discord or shooting us an email. Again, we really appreciate your feedback, and it's all so helpful in making the tool better. So thanks again for watching this video.